Okay, so this is part two to this guy named Polo that is giving his response to Jamal, aka Looney, and Jason's live stream, as well as the Aunt Natasha's defense of this Jason character who went to the hospital. My theory is with Lulu and not the mother, and didn't call anyone or tell anyone that he was there. He couldn't remember the day he was at the hospital to see Tyrone Jr., but he took a photo of Tyrone Jr. allegedly while he was, on life support in the hospital room, but can't remember the day he went there. And he's lied about, some other details, and then giving us Phil of Fluff in the previous live stream we saw in part one, where he was talking about some Christmas party. No one cares. We want to know if you were at the cabin and where were you at the time the incident occurred with Tyrone Jr. being hurt. So, I believe the girlfriend is lying about hitting him with the car, trying to cover up what actually happened and trying to explain away the injury by saying, oh, he was hit with the car. The detective should know better. Logistically, that doesn't line up. You don't hit someone with a car and the only injury they get is directly to the back of the head and nowhere else on the body. So hopefully they're doing their due diligence and they're just not telling her everything they know. But Polo here also says he's a friend of Tyrone Jr., and he is doing some behind the scenes, boots on the ground research and asking questions and looking to, information. Hopefully he goes to this restaurant to verify if the girlfriend and this Jason, to which he alleges has a romantic relationship going on behind Tyrone Jr.'s back, went out and celebrated. The girlfriend of Tyrone Jr., Kiara, went out and celebrated the birthday of Jason without Tyrone Jr. being there. So hopefully he'll go back to the restaurant and try to see if he can get the camera footage or show the photos of these two, get some eyewitness statements to confirm if she was there celebrating her boyfriend's best friend's birthday. God. Y'all, this thing gets crazy. I'm baffled as to why the Aunt Natasha is sitting here trying to defend Jason when he didn't call them. And he's at the hospital and he took a photo of him in the hospital room on life support. Like, that has to be the most disturbing thing I've heard so far in this. That and him taking photos of Tyrone Jr. in the casket at the funeral and being alleged to have texted them over to the girlfriend. You can't make this up. Like, it's morbid to do that. I just, I don't know anybody that wants to take photos of someone deceased in the casket.
To peek the scenery. He tried to peek the scenery a little bit. But it ain't, no man. I guess he ain't ring a bell just then. And then he get a call, I guess, to go up front. So when he go up front, by the time he make it back, Lulu gone. Lulu and them gone. There's not a trace of nobody at the cabin. The people at the cabin just felt like they just left early. They re-rented.
So he said the people at the cabin say they felt like they just...
In a hotel room in Gainesville, Florida. In Alachua County. On Archer Road. Not too far.
So they got a hotel because of the arguing.
And you ask yourself, you wonder like, damn, why would you leave the cabin and go get a hotel?
The police showed up.
Why? And I see somebody say, can they pull?
And it could have been where the cabin owner wanted them to go because of that disturbance. I mean, you're at a cabin that's not your property. And if you're creating a disturbance, the other cabin guests can hear. Someone else called the police. You guys are fighting and arguing that bad and that loud to where someone else called the police. I highly doubt they're going to want you to stay. What's hard for me to comprehend is if something happened to Tyrone Jr. at the cabin and it was a fight and something happened to him there, how did he get to that Papa John's and walk into the Papa John's to pick up the food? Unless someone walked into Papa John's that people could have easily confused another man for Tyrone Jr. So let's say with this theory that Jason went into the Papa John's. He could have been easily confused for Tyrone Jr. if the camera is not showing directly his face. If it's elevated up to where it just sees a person walk in, maybe he's wearing a hat or something that Tyrone Jr. would wear, and the image is very blurry and grainy. It's not very clear as to who's walking in. You can't see a face at all. He's wearing a cap, and you don't see his face at all. Who's to say, especially if he's shaped and built like him, and he might have been wearing his clothes. Who's to say it couldn't have been someone else posed and dressed as Tyrone Jr.? I haven't seen the Papa John camera footage, and I want to see it. But this is why I go on video evidence, because it's more concrete. But who's just thinking out loud? Who's to say that someone else could not have dressed up as Tyrone Jr. and went into the Papa John's to give the idea or impression that it was Tyrone Jr.? And this entire time, Tyrone Jr. could have been sitting in the car, unconscious from getting that blow to the back of the head. He could have literally been dying slowly, sitting in the car while they go to Papa John's and get food. What if they did that intentionally as a diversion? And what if the man that they saw go in to get food was not Tyrone Jr., but someone else dressed like him to give that impression, especially if you don't see his face? I don't know if they're the same height. They look like they could be sort of the same build. One does look like he could wear the other's clothing. You know? So it wouldn't be hard for him to pull it off if he really wanted to. And the entire time, Tyrone was actually in the car. Because you got to explain, how was he able to walk into Papa John's and get food? What if that wasn't him? What if that wasn't him? I'm just saying, what if?
Pull the 911 call when they were called to the cabin. It's a lot of things they can pull. It's a lot of things they can do if people would have been focused on justice for Dro instead of worried about trying to condemn Lulu. No, man, if you...
Ooh, did y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm. There goes some justification in Lulu. There it is.
Y'all wasn't worried about getting Lulu and worried about that 911 call. So we should hear that 911 call at that cabin, right, Sean? They should be putting that up.
Get the police body camera footage.
In hand, and you focus on getting your answers, your evidence. You know what I mean? Focus on that first. Prosecution come after. See, when people come down there and you fighting, you doing a push, or you protesting, you go protest in front of the police department. You go protest in the area where you feel like it happened there. If you know that was in the cabin, the first place I go to is the cabin. That's the first place. I'm not going to be at the bridge. Whatever reason they choose to be at the bridge, that was their personal opinion to be at the bridge. But watching First 48, thinking like a criminal, I'm going to the first place that the people was at. Because majority of the time, it took place at the first place, not the second place. The second place become the throwaway. It become the getaway. It become the after the fight. Because there was no purpose to leave the cabin to go get a hotel. So off top, I'm going to be like, man, yo, that don't even look right. That don't even sound right there, man. Let me go check that cabin out. Let me go check that cabin out. Let me go check this shit out.
I don't agree.
And then second about...
Go ahead, Sean.
I don't agree. I agree with what Tamala and I have been saying.
At the cabin. Okay, if I can't get the answer, I need a cabin at the front desk. Well, I need to look up this cabin place and see, can I pull everybody who booked the room, booked the cabin? Because guess what? That become public information. I know for a fact that a white couple also stayed at that cabin. And around that time, I can't say for a fact that they stayed there the exact date, but I know that they had one of the cabins booked. I know because I have the pictures of the white people. And I got to give people credit because it was sent to me. The person, it was sent to me of the couple that was also had a cabin booked out there. I forgot where I got it from, who sent it to me. But I appreciate the solution because guess what? You were smart. You did the right thing. You were supposed to go check around. And then when you get around to the cabin and find out who was there, then you make calls.
I'm about to fast forward there.
So when you make it to the hospital, hold on. They find Dro under the bridge. Mysteriously, so allegedly, Dro jumped out the car.
To which he did not jump out of a car.
Oh, okay. I want to end that. Y'all heard what he's about to say?
Oh, who actually found Dro? Because I don't remember. I don't know if it's a couple or somebody before then. But I know I seen the white people. So the people who found Dro, they alleged that I suppose they supposed to ice the homeless man, ice somebody. They would ice somebody. Did they call the police? And then supposedly a person said they didn't call the police, and then they said, well, call the police right now. If I'm quoting it right, I don't want to be saying the wrong thing because I don't want nobody to make no post saying I'm spreading the wrong thing. We don't want that. So apparently the 911 call that came in that sent the EMT, I don't know who that call is, but the one who sent the EMT was the call that came in that stated there was a drive-by, a person that was driving in the car, seen this, and they see a sedan, and they see a man on the ground. So that's how I get the civilian versus sedan. So they thought that maybe the sedan had hit Joe. So the lady, the dispatcher, ended up sending the EMT. Sending the police, all that. Just so happened, now, when Joe supposed to have jumped out this car, while Lulu was driving, man, I remind you that Lulu supposed to have a leg brace, fucked the ankle, supposed to be rehealing, some shit like that. You know, Joe wouldn't let her drive. But apparently this day, she was driving, apparently. Or was she driving? Or was somebody else driving? But at the time, supposedly, Joe jumped out the car and committed suicide.
He said
He wasn't pronounced dead at the scene. But apparently, when he jumped out this car,
say I'm alive.
Lulu never stopped. Lulu never looked in the bike mirror. Lulu never checked to see what's going on. Apparently, she never turned back around when she seen he didn't get up. Like you have a rear view mirror. So if somebody jump out your car, you can see them. But Lulu didn't stop. Lulu didn't turn back around. Lulu ain't gonna check on the man that she say she loves. See, but one thing about life is you can have all the money in the world. All the money in the world. That don't mean somebody gonna be faithful to you. That don't mean somebody gonna be loyal to you. Know what I mean? Joe gave Lulu the world. Whatever Lulu wanted, Joe made it happen. Joe loved Lulu. Some people even felt like that when Lulu came around, Joe became distant with family members. Joe started moving a little different with people close to him. It was more of it's all about Lulu. And you know, sometimes when we get a girlfriend or women get a man, it's all about the relationship. Family got to back up, and their friend got to back up. You know, it's bonding time. That's just what it is. Regardless if family don't like it, that's what it is. That's how it's supposed to go. When I'm single, I can hang out with friends, family all the time. When you're in a relationship, it don't work like that. Your significant other come first. That's who you're building a bond with. In this situation, I personally feel that Lulu didn't love Joe like Joe loved Lulu. It showed. If you pay attention to videos and stuff like that, it was always, he was the happy person. He was joyful. Like, he was all in. He was the type of dude that, that's what women want. Some of these women like, man, I want me a man that gonna love me and be all for me. That's the type of nigga Joe was. From everything I have gathered, that's the type of nigga Joe was. Bitch, if I love you and care for you, bitch, you can have a shirt off my bike. You can have whatever. I can't sit here and paint nothing bad on the man's name because I have never seen it for everything I have collected. From talking to his father, countless amount of times, I haven't seen it. I haven't heard it. But what I have seen is that everybody he cared about, he loved on them unconditionally. He even loved on them more than they loved him. But sometimes in this world, people don't love you for who you is. They love you for what you got and what you can do for them. And sometimes love will get you killed. Love have a funny way of...
All right, so now he's just speeching.
JJ, you know,
we just trying to figure out the shit.
So he just been standing out the way, but he ain't trying to get justice.
Like, no,
Well, look, in this video, I got it all out here, right? No.
they say somebody said that somebody was at the hotel and Lulu called you. She must be talking about you, Deja.
She ain't called me. I ain't heard from that girl since I seen them at the hospital, bro. That's on everything I love.
But how he just
He
ain't
didn't
here
talk
for
to
her
her
at
at
the
the
hospital, but he was
hospital,
sending
though.
pictures of her from the funeral. Do that make sense?
No, he said in part one, in the video, my video part one, we covered him saying to Jamal Looney that he did not talk to her at the hospital at all. He said he went straight into Tyrone Jr.'s room while she went to talk to the mother and whoever else I guess the mother was there with. He said he did not talk to her at all at the hospital. That came out of his mouth. How many more times is this boy going to keep lying?
Right? You see how he lied?
No, they said when the shit happened that you was up there and she called you when it happened.
No, she ain't called me. She ain't called me. I know.
What was his call log show?
She ain't called me.
That was it. I went back to...
Time out. He says, when I was in the hospital, she didn't even say nothing with me. I know you lying. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
talk to
saying,
that
that's
girl.
a lie.
You was the last person with my baby. You lost your man, and I'm close to you. I'm going to be close to you to see, are you okay?
Yeah,
but
that's
you're
true.
already saying
You're
like
not-
she's an
you're not
op.
gonna- yeah.
So to me, that's just so
He's
awkward.
not
and
talking to her?
You're
Why?
not telling me, why is she an op? Why aren't you talking to her? Why aren't you asking her question, what happened? Do you care?
Exactly.
You just don't give a fuck.
They said he used to be
He didn't talk to her at all.
They said that's how close they was. They said a few times she done pulled up on Drew.
Well,
I'm gonna be a cop.
whatever. She ain't talk to me at all, bro. At all.
Bitch, why you ain't talk to her?
Oh, God.
She ain't got nothing away from me.
That's so weird.
That is
Somebody
weird.
died and you don't
That's
have no
so
words for them, and it's
uncommon.
only a few of you guys at the hospital.
Right.
Somebody is brain dead and you don't have no words for them, no words of encouragement.
Nothing. That's crazy. This is crazy.
And they celebrated birthdays together.
Tell that nigga come get on my live. Tell him we ain't doing that right now. I ain't trying to make nobody no money. I ain't trying to make up this shit go up because he got people tuned in.
But then he carry his ass over there.
Before you say,
Yeah, that's all.
that nigga,
And that's Looney. Right.
Yeah.
On here. He talking about he ain't going over there. He'll say one thing and he'll do another.
You feel me? Tell that nigga call that real one. Tell that nigga to come holler at the real one because Jason right here.
And I guess I apologize.
I'm just trying to see what's going on, how all this shit happened, bro. You feel me?
Well, none of us know how it happened. That's the crazy thing.
I lost my daddy, I lost my grandma, I lost my best friend. All shit crazy, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Shit weird.
And the bitch don't even understand what people going through. How many people?
Shit crazy, dog.
That a bitch done lost and all this shit. A bitch don't know none of that. A bitch don't want to.
They said Polo went
I
to
just didn't want to say anything.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like shit crazy, bro. He all I had left.
All that dude is mumbling. All he's doing is mumbling. Oh, it's so crazy. You're not saying anything of value. This is what I mean by filler fluff. He's just mumbling about stuff. He's not saying anything of importance. All he's doing is, I ain't had nobody else. That was my homeboy. He was like my brother. I ain't never loved him. You're not saying yes or no. You're not answering direct questions. You're not denying anything, confirming anything. You go out your way, though, to tell us you went to a Christmas party. Like that's supposed to be an alibi. But he's not saying anything else of value. This is so dumb.
Nobody tell me good morning. Nobody tell me love me. Nobody. I ain't got nobody else to
I don't know how to join his life. I tried to.
He said he don't got nobody left to tell him love him.
I don't know what homeboy he was messing with. It definitely wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me.
They definitely trying to throw you in the fire. That's
It
crazy.
definitely wasn't me, dog.
If he didn't know about it, to the family know about it, he went up there with the family.
In my room, they picked me up. Like, how many missions they came and picked me up? That shit crazy, bro. They picked me
I'm
up.
trying to say you drove Lulu up though.
Nah, their mom done picked me up. His mom picked me up on Sunday, dog. They picked me up from my house, dog. Shit crazy. Shit
So
crazy.
if they picked you up, how this nigga come up with all this shit and try to say you was up there? I don't understand.
Look
Let me
at
hold on.
my page. Look at my page. Look at my page. It say I did a
This is information I know. I mean, I just want to clear it up real quick for people who own this nigga shit and believe what he's saying.
I did a video.
But the mom went up there that Saturday.
I did a video. I posted this on 26. I did a video out there. It was in Kansas City.
That's the video the girl sent him.
Yeah, but then y'all say he lied about that?
Yeah.
He never showed it to him. He gonna tell him he gonna show him. Never
He's
did.
telling the truth because the date that he calling, it is on a Sunday. Because the accident happened on a Saturday.
But you can see it on my page on story thing.
Well, how
So shout out to the Messy Sweet Spot. She has more of the dialogue between Jamal and Jason here on this channel. But this is the part, I'm not playing the whole video. Just this part right here, where Jason tells Jamal that he went to the hospital, he didn't contact anybody. And Jamal is kind of like having this eureka moment, like, why didn't you contact someone? Because that question needs to be asked again and again and again until Jason gives a response that makes sense. There is absolutely no excuse. I don't care. When you talk about justice for someone, you can't seek justice if you don't even want people to know he's laid up in a hospital and he's been hurt and injured. And you can't explain why you did not communicate this to the rest of the family. There is absolutely no excuse for it, and they need to stop trying to create one. No excuse for that. If the mother is sitting here telling him, don't contact anyone, she's wrong. He had more than one person that loved him. He had 2 parents, he had 2 grandmothers, maybe even 3. He had family, he had friends, all the people that loved him that were in his life that he was very close to. The mother probably didn't have an issue with him giving her money and helping her pay her bills. Why would you have a problem with him being shown some love and getting, have people come down to see what's going on? You could have limited down to family members and close friends. But you don't sit here and just say to one of his best friends, not a sibling, not a brother, not a cousin, don't contact anyone. Why are you contacting someone that's, let's be honest. I don't care about genetics. But if you wanted to just limit visitors that went to see him, especially under the circumstances, highly unusual. There's no concrete evidence to show exactly what happened. Okay, well, I want to limit it down because if someone is involved, I don't need them coming down here to finish it off. So let's put a protocol in place. The hospital has protocols they operate under where they feel that, okay, this story is sketchy. We're not sure of the circumstances. And if it's somebody involved that may have directly hurt or harmed this person, tried to unalive them, we don't need them to come down here to the hospital and finish the job. We don't know if the family is going to be targeted next. So we need to restrict the visitation, put him in an area where he could have security outside his door. All those things can be put in place by the hospital. It didn't seem like any of that was done. So her concern of saying, oh, I don't want anyone to know, was just based on selfish reasons. I'm a mother, but I know that my boys have other people in their lives that love them. God forbid this ever happens. The last thing I would want is just to alienate everybody. And then you wonder why people are theorizing things. That's the backlash you get when you don't tell people what's going on. They're left to their own devices to have to theorize and come up with their own opinions and thoughts and speculations. Don't get upset with all the allegations happening when you didn't tell people what the facts were at the time he was in that hospital. Don't get upset with that when you tried to keep all of this secret and under wraps and under the rug. And it was not out of his a safety concern. Because the hospital could have enacted certain protocols that are in place to ensure that. For the safety of the patient and the families. And all the other patients they have there. Don't get upset now when the backlash is all these theories that's popping out on social media. Because you failed to put out the facts to begin with. You have to understand for every, cause there's some sort of effect with this. This is what your inaction of failing to notify other family members have led to. And then you're leaving it to the girlfriend to give her side of the story where it doesn't make sense. And now you have this friend person here, Jason, being brought into it, who was at the hospital and no one knew. But yet he was told, or he decided not to call anybody else. When you're acting suspicious, don't expect this to not be seen as suspicious in the public spectrum. The average reasonable person, whether it be in the court of public opinion or in the court of law on a jury, would say the same thing. You cannot be suspicious and then sit here and get upset when people start speculating. The mother failed to ensure that people were notified that should have been notified, that loved him and yet cared for him as well. And now you're upset at the backlash. This is what happens. Mother to mother. This stuff can happen. Now you got this headache. Don't get upset about it. You created this monster. Now you have to quell the fears.
Say itself, we know that for a fact. 100%. Somebody did it. Say when they called me from your phone, I asked why I didn't get called off real. When they been knew, that's all we screaming. We was the last to know that shit hurt.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. You found out before the family before they found out.
Look, they called me, like woke me up out of my sleep. I'm like, say something happened to Tyrone. I'm like, what? And they had him like, blah, like, send me a picture. I'm like, nah, for real. So I thought, I ain't thinking like it was like real.
Yeah.
Like, quit it, like, ain't no. So I'm like, damn. So this might trying to find a car to get the Gainesville, whatever. I said, so I waited. They came and picked me up. Right? You feel what I'm saying? I rode down there, dog. I rode there, like I made like it's on me. Like I made a bad decision. How I feel like, why is it on me? Like all I did was ride with. They picked me up. All I did was ride with them. You feel me? Trying to see where all my friends. That's it. That's all I try to do. Try to be a supporter. How you supported me. That's all I try to do, dog. That's all I try to do. They ride. I took a ride with the wrong people I get. I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out ever since, dog. Like I did nothing wrong. All I did was take a ride with them. That's it.
They said that you found out
repeating
before the family didn't call
himself
nobody.
over and over. Oh my God, he would be an investigator's delight. The fact that he's repeating the same thing over and over again, and he's not directly answering the question. He's absolutely nervous and on edge. And it should not be that difficult. These questions are not that hard. He's shaking. You can hear it in his voice. That's not the act or the physiological reactions of an innocent man. Being asked some simple, mundane questions. So you were there and you didn't notify the rest of the family. No, I didn't, because the mother instructed me not to. I understand how horrible that sounds. And yes, I understand how horrible the backlash is. I didn't want to disrespect her as a mother. Should I have maybe had a conversation with her? Perhaps. But in that moment, I just didn't want to create any additional stress or friction than that was necessary. How hard is that to say? I'm not even trying to help this clown.
I ain't got nothing to do with it. Ain't no.
So basically, they told you not to say shit to nobody.
Yeah, that's what they found out. What the doctor saying is he gonna pull through, or whatever. That's what they was saying. So when I went back and see him,
yes or no? It's a yes or no.
Understanding and looking at Then
hold on. It's a yes or no.
That's what they found out. What the doctor saying is he gonna pull through, or whatever. That's what they was saying. So when I went back and see him, they took the thing off his head,
He said yes or no. He didn't say yes or no.
I wrote down I made it's on me. I made a bad decision. How I feel why is it on me? All I did was ride with them. They picked me up. All I did was ride with them. You feel me? Trying to see where all my friend. That's it. That's all I try to do. Try to be a supporter. How you supported me? That's all I try to do, dog. That's all I try to do. They ride. I took a ride with the wrong people. I guess I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out ever since, dog. I did nothing wrong. All I did was take a ride with them. That's it.
They said that you found out before the family didn't call nobody.
They said they're gonna let the people know what they found out. What's what? I ain't gonna do it.
So basically, they told you not to say shit to nobody.
Yeah, that's what they found out. What the doctor saying is he gonna pull through, or whatever.
That's what I'm saying until they find out. Okay, we don't know what you're trying to say. It's a yes or no question. Did the mother tell you to say something or not, or to keep it secret? Yes or no? Did she ask you to keep this secret? Yes or no? Why would she tell you not to disclose this information to the other parent? It's that simple. Keep it simple. He's a simpleton. You don't need to ask him complex questions.
That's what they were saying. So when I went back and see him, they took the thing off his head, I'm understanding and looking at him, Then I don't think I heard Lulu say that she got to go back to the cabin to get her stuff, get their things, dog. You feel me? I'm like, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that, dog? Fuck all that shit, dog. My brother on his deathbed or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? In my head, you feel me? I ain't saying nothing to nobody. They were sitting there quiet, dog, the whole time. I ain't saying nothing to nobody, dog. They were talking to them. I didn't talk to none of them like that. They were talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Like how they got on me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad she uploaded this video.
To see what's going on with him. I know he'll do the same for me. And he been doing that for me. He did that for me with my daddy, with my grandma. He did all that for me, dog.
Jamal should be very concerned with what he's saying.
I get involved with all this like crazy stuff. I don't know how. I don't understand. That shit crazy to me, dog.
Because hold on, wait. Let's hold on. I ain't trying to interrogate nobody or be on no bullshit, but I'm trying to.
No. Someone should be interrogating him. I think he's starting to think like this isn't making any sense.
Get a vision of what's being said and what's going on. So because I was kind of lost on why everybody felt like you was already up there or what happened and all this. So now, me getting this. Tyrone mama came and got you and took you up there, right?
Yeah, they picked me up, man.
So why didn't nobody call his other side of the family and tell them? Do you know why?
Exactly.
Early in the morning, I don't know. I went
So they didn't want you. So you ain't calling
early in the morning got nothing to do with that.
We got up there to see what's going on. They said they're gonna see what's going on. Like when we got there, they're gonna see what's going on with Tyrone, see if he's gonna pull through or whatever. So they said when they know everything, if it ain't gonna pull through, they're gonna call everybody. That's ain't my call too. I don't have anybody.
That makes no sense.
So people don't have a phone to call. You feel what I'm saying? But
nope.
Like you feel what I'm saying? I don't understand.
All right, let me just put this in perspective real quick. When you got with them, at any point, did it don't know you like damn? I should call somebody like I should call Miss Natasha. I should call his baby mama Alyssa. Like nobody thought because what's going on right now? What it looked like is like y'all was in cahoots to either keep them out of what was going on, so y'all got up there for whatever reason, or it's looking like you was already up there with the shit and they just came up there and you was up there. So that's why people are having a misconception because I had no idea.
They brought me into it. I just got pulled up there. You feel me? Like I ain't know. They put me in the mix. Oh, like I ain't know that. Like all this going on like that. We're gonna be like that. You feel me? I did try to go there and see what's going on with them, dog. That's it. But they put me in the mix with this stuff, man. It's crazy. I don't understand, dog. We're trying to figure it out, but like no, the other side.
Well, who's trying to figure what out? I don't think he's trying to figure out anything.
I did not wrong nobody, dog. I don't know why they don't talk to me. I mean, they can talk to me, ask me. I mean, I answered my phone, did they call? Ask me. I told them the same thing. She said she was going back to the cabin to get their things from the cabin. That's what she said.
So she went to go get the shit from the cabin when y'all was up. So she claimed to be going to the cabin when y'all was up there, while you was at the hospital?
Yeah.
So she left the hospital while y'all was up?
Right. There we go. She left the hospital while we were there, dog. She left that bitch. She said, she told his mom, I will be back. I'm going to get the rest of our things from the cabin, dog. That's all I heard from her. She haven't talked to me, none of that. She didn't talk to me, that she talked to them. She didn't talk to me. She didn't have a word for me, dog. At all. That's it. But she talked to them, man. I sat over there and they said we were talking and that was it, bro. Like,
but he knows she went back to the cabin. They ain't talk to me, talk to her.
Like, God damn.
Yeah, shit crazy for me, dog. Like, I don't know, dog.
Dude, you lying.
So,
He's stumbling over his words.
Right. I wrote, it picked me up from my house. They don't came and grab me. Now all this been going on. They not
Who
talking
is
to me.
they?
They not talking to nobody. They not talking to me.
So Mr. Nader's not talking to you now?
Nah, bro. Haven't heard from him, bro. Haven't heard from him at all. Nobody.
Have you heard from Lulu?
No, I swear to God on my daddy. Haven't heard from him either at all.
Stop swearing on your
No,
dad.
no. Like everything is on me. I don't know why, but nobody don't talk to me. I did nothing wrong, no. That's what I'm saying.
But you texting her photos of his dead body in a casket.
Why you post that? Or whatever, you feel me? So I don't post nothing because I don't want to confuse you. You feel me? I ain't on the side. All I know one side.
But you're on live
stream.
stream.
That's the only side I know. My brother's side, dog. He never switched sides on me. I would never switch sides on him. And that's weird. That's my daddy. He ain't never changed up on me, dog. Never. Never. At all, dog. Even when I was down, he never changed up on me, dog. Y'all would lift me up. Feel me?
I need Miss Natasha to come on my live. I don't know how to add her because I'm so confused right now.
Jamal,
It's so much
you should
misinformation.
not be
And
accepting
I'm not the
this.
friend.
The stuff
who know
he's
how to
saying
deal with
is
all of this
stupid.
part. Like I'm not, because I'm the friend that Tyrone know. Like call me when it's time to hurt people, but when we finna commit a felony, don't call me because all the different stories, and all I want to know is really what happened to my friend. And it's just like I don't want to. It's so hard to not understand that I don't want to be put in the middle. God damn me, I love Drew. So anybody who love Drew, I love. I'm with Drew. Whatever he with, I'm with. Because whatever I'm with.
He's saying, I love who he loves. I get it. But however, what should be more concerning is the fact that he did not disclose this information. You had no idea he was there. You had no idea that he actually was able to see Tyrone Jr. in the hospital, and he rode there with the mother. He's just not coming up because of Polo. Not because of you or the Aunt Natasha or even the mother Renee. We're learning about this Jason person because of Polo, who admitted to being there, who admitted to the mother picking him up, which I'm sure, let's be honest, I'm sure Jamal feels some type of way about that. Why are you picking him up and you didn't say anything to me and I'm his best friend, we cool, we tight, he's like a brother to me. Why you only pick up this guy and take him with you to the hospital and then you tell him not to tell nobody else, but you didn't alert his other best friends that he's real close and tight knit with that are like brothers to him? That I'm saying the hard part out loud. Whether Jamal ever says this or not, deep down he knows he feels some type of way about Jason being called and picked up by the mother directly to go to the hospital while he had no idea what was happening. This is why you don't show favoritism. So I'm saying that hard part out loud. He does feel some type of way about that. And then who wouldn't? You consider yourself to be a brother or a sibling to someone, and you're close with them. You've known them for years. You love who he loves. Y'all like two peas in a pod, and his own mother didn't notify you and tell you that he was in the hospital on life support in critical condition where he was being pronounced brain dead. Of course, Jamal, aka Looney, is upset. What makes Jason so special about this again? And why didn't he disclose that information? Even if at that moment they wanted to wait to what the doctor said. Once Tyrone Jr. passed, why didn't Jason tell Looney, aka Jamal? He still said nothing about being at the hospital. He still didn't tell anyone that he had information and direct access to him and took a photo of him before the father side of the family. Make that make sense? So you have to imagine Jamal definitely is hurt by the fact that the mother did not want him to know what was going on, but somehow Jason was selected out of the bunch. This isn't a jealousy, envy measure. No. It's a what makes Jason so special measure to where you only notify Jason and no one else. All the other people that are saying that they're like brothers to him. And Jason was supposed to be neutral. He was supposed to be neutral to both sides of the family. He was supposed to be close on both sides. He didn't even think twice when the mother told him, if this is how it went down. If the mother told him, don't say anything to the other side of the family until we know for sure. He should have said, wait a minute, I have to get some pushback to that. Respectfully, I let's imagine Jason is a father. Let's imagine he's a father and his child is laid up in a hospital, brain dead. His child that he raised, laid up in a hospital, brain dead. And the mother of the child doesn't tell him, and he's a father. Jason is not even putting himself in the shoes of the father right now, of Tyrone Sr. And Jamal, you're going to have to help him understand that if you're going to have these live streams with him. You should have said right then and there. Imagine if you were the father. How would you feel if your child, your son's mother, kept you from finding out that your child is laid up in the hospital brain dead, talking about we want to wait till what the doctor says? How would you feel about that? This is your only son, and he laid up in the hospital. You raised him. You took care of him. And he laid up in the hospital, being pronounced brain dead. And your son's mother is saying to one of his friends / close brothers or whatever, don't tell anybody. Not even you. How would you feel if your son's best friend knew that your son was brain dead in the hospital and you didn't even know, and you're the father? That's what Jamal should have asked Jason in that moment. How would you feel if you were Tyrone Sr.? Put yourself in his shoes. Now, I'm going to ask you again. Do you think it was right to not tell the father that his son is laid up in the hospital brain dead? Be honest about that. Why couldn't he have asked him that question? Come on now. That's not an interrogation. That's a matter of integrity. That's a matter of morality. That's a matter of, I truly love this man and I love who he loves. And I know his father would not be approving of not knowing his son is laid up in a hospital. Stop it.
To have to be put in the middle, have to choose between his mama and his daddy side of the family, it's like...
That's ridiculous.
Like, nobody want to be in the middle of that. That shit hurt my feelings so bad when I tried to jump out and get his mama condolences on what happened to my friend. And it's basically like, she like looked me dead in my eyes, like, hold up, nigga. Like, bitch, it's you bitch. They got you posting it. That shit hurt my feelings. And then Justice Woodrow come out and you say that. It's like, damn, I don't want to be in the middle of... But it's like, I didn't even know all this shit was going on before I even just brought this man on my live. And I ain't trying to make nobody feel like I'm trying to be no prosecutor or nothing, but that's crazy. Like, I ain't know. So basically, what he's saying is the mama side picked me up and told me to come and ride. I don't know. I would have thought to call somebody. My first thought when they called me,
did he kick him out the live stream?
That's crazy. Like, I ain't know. It's like, I ain't even, like, bitch.
What happened with it? Did he kick him out the live?
I want to be put in the middle. Goddamn me. I love Dro. So anybody who love Dro, I love. I'm with Dro. Whatever he with, I'm with. Because whatever I'm with, he with.
Okay, it looked like he kicked him out the live stream. Or did Jason just drop? Did Jamal kick him out or did Jason drop?
Goddamn me. I love Dro. So anybody who love Dro, I love. I'm with Dro. Whatever he with, I'm with. Because whatever I'm with, he with. To have to be put in the middle, have to choose between his mama and his daddy side of the family, it's like...
I think he kicked him out, right?
Like, nobody want to be in the middle of that. That shit hurt my feelings so bad when I tried to jump out and get his mama condolences on what happened to my friend. And it's basically like, she like looked me dead in my eyes, like, hold up, nigga. Like, bitch, it's you, bitch. They got you posting it. That shit hurt my feelings. And then Justice Woodrow come out and you say that. It's like, damn, I don't want to be in the middle of... But it's like, I didn't even know all this shit was going on before I even just brought this man on my live. And I ain't trying to...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he has to definitely be hurt and upset at the mother's behavior and all of this. She's wondering why she's getting this type of backlash here. You better start acting like a mother and stop acting like, you were actually his side piece. Stop doing that. More than one person loved your son, lady. And look at this young man is hurting. And he loved your son. Why the hell did you pick Jason up but not tell Jamal? And what are you upset about Jamal over again? Because this makes no sense. At the end of the day, you don't sit here with all that information from the other parent either. Are you kidding me? And you got this responsibility falling upon the shoulders of your son's best friend. It would be different if the father was there and her and the father decided to not disclose too much information right away until the doctor was definitive on him being brain dead. I can understand that situation, but both parents are making the decision together. Not she makes this decision, and the father is absolutely clueless as to what's happening. Are you kidding? Girl, bye, Felicia.
I didn't feel like I'm trying to be no prosecutor or nothing, but that's crazy. Like, I ain't know. So basically, what he's saying is the moment I picked me up and told me to come to ride, I don't know. I would have thought to call somebody. My first thought when they called me was who not to call. Like, I don't want to tell nobody what I just heard, but bitch, I know this man's whole family. Bitch, I gotta call somebody. I gotta say something to somebody. You don't call the girls. I got respect for they women. You don't know what they got going on. I ain't finna reach out to y'all. But it's too many niggas. So it's like I see both sides. Like, why wouldn't you? Hold on, he call him.
Okay, he must have fell out of the call. It seems like the call dropped. Shout out to the messy sweet spot. Seems like the call dropped. I'm going to say that call dropped. So here's a video of the aunt Natasha. This is the sister to the father, Tyrone Sr.'s family. The one that's been very vocal from day one about everything that's going on. I haven't seen this video, so I have no idea what's happening here.
To give you some motivation for sin. I know sometimes we all call people as friends. So I am going to say this. So you can always give people the benefit of the doubt. You can always have a heart for people and consider them as your friend. Now, sometimes in life, you are exposed to situations to come to find out who truly are your friend. Now, I say that to say this because I know it's a lot of opinions on who and if you had as a friend and so on. Now, I'm going to tell you, today is Wednesday. Sometimes evaluate who in your circle. Do I believe that sometimes friends come in seasons, but sometimes it's time to move on from that season? Yes, I do. So I'm just going to say this. I truly don't believe T2 friend J1 had anything to do with my nephew not being here. However, I am going to say, as he said in the video last night, he didn't make the right decision by notifying the family. However, if you have to second guess anyone around you, around your circle, then that's when you need to get discernment or ask for discernment to know if that's truly a friend. Me, myself, personally, I had to experience a situation that someone was never my friend, but sometimes people want to be connected or want to be relevant to be associated with you. And that's not the case in everybody. You have to protect your boundaries. You have to protect your who you allow in your circle. And I say that to say this because I'm a type of person that I have a good heart, and I think everybody feels the same way that I feel towards them that they feel about me. But I learned it the hard way. Everybody is not for you. Everybody's not going to be for you. And the ones that you have under you, sometimes those are the ones that are envious of you. Those are the ones that have hatred for you. And those are the ones that actually you have to examine, is this person doing it for me? So I'm on here just to tell you, be aware of who you have around your friends, your families, because like I said, that knife and that fork that be in your side, that thorn, that be from the people up under you more than the people that listen to you. Sometimes you know your haters, but they ain't more dangerous than the ones that's up under you. So I am going to say be motivated today, examine your friends, because my heart is big. I just have to realize everybody not accessible to me. I can't be available and open for everybody to be connected to me, because when you know that you have the heart that you have, it's only the people that deserve to be in your circle should be there. Good morning, everybody. I'm Motivational Auntie Tasha. I just got on here to say this, and I'm meaning from the bottom of my heart. Be careful of who you call friends. Be careful of who you allow in your circle. Be careful of those ones that are for you, because when a true situation happens, that's when you find out who really there. Don't wait till you get sick to know who your friends. Don't wait till you're broke to know who your friends. Don't wait till you end up in jail, out of sight, out of mind, to know who your friends. You have to examine your circle at any given time, so you know when the battle comes, the war comes, that true friend gonna stand up in the pain no matter what, good, bad, small, ugly. The true friend gonna be by your side to get you through it all. That means death around you, anything that you have to go through, the real warrior is gonna stand up. So you guys have a happy Wednesday. I'm in Florida. The weather is better today, and I'm out. I just want to give you some more motivation.
So I'm gonna say this. It wasn't a small error that Jason chose not to contact the father side of the family. He robbed his father of having time with his own son, and knowing that there was a judgment call being made by doctors to take him off of life support. He missed time with his son that could have been crucial and critical. That's a big deal. Let's not minimize that. He did not have the authority to decide whether or not he was going to communicate with the father side of the family. That was not his decision to make. And the mother should not have robbed the father of that either. If she told Jason, don't tell anyone. That's not her decision to make either. He has more than one person in his life that loves him. But you don't go out of your way to try to defend somebody and talking about friendship. If you want justice, you allow the evidence to take you wherever it's going to lead you. Why not get the police body camera footage and show us what it is? Or the Papa John's camera footage? Or if the girlfriend claims she was at Circle K, try to get that video camera footage. At the hotel, get the police body camera footage from the 911 call at the cabin. If they're able to release it out, at least request it and show us that you're requesting it. put up information about how someone drained a bank account for $250,000 plus to $0. How did that happen? Put that information out there. That's all I think people are just wanting some sort of, we want some sort of closure with this. We want some concrete evidence on something that you said has occurred. And it's not hard to show that a bank account is reflecting $0. We don't need to know the bank account number. If the transaction matches what you said was taken out, and you already have the bank fraud department investigating and doing a trace, yeah, that's not hard to prove that. But this here, I don't understand. Jason is not worth you going to bed over and saying, I'm going to defend him because he's so close to the family. Oh, stop it. You get wives that murder their husbands all the time for money. All of a sudden, your nephew turns up dead, and a bank account ends up being overdrawn out of $250,000. What if there was a pending transaction waiting to go through and be processed? And now you're talking about an overdraft. This all occurred without the other account holder's permission, by the way. That is just as concerning as what you want to sit here and talk about regarding a friendship. Can we talk about the bank fraud? Good grief.
First of all, I don't know you, fam. First of all, I didn't speak on you personally. I'm speaking on content creators, period. I done been in about 6 different videos from people who I don't know for being around Tyrone, speaking on his death. I don't know you, fam. I don't know if you talking facts or bullshit. I don't know what's going on. All I know is somebody called me about something useless.
You know what you did? You got on live, bro, and tried to denote what I'm telling you. When I said that this nigga was at the motherfucking hospital, you tried to make it seem like I was lying about what the fuck I'm saying. I put this nigga on the scene. You nigga would have never known about this nigga being at the hospital if I don't say shit.
All right, let me calm you down. Let me put you on game real quick. I can't be doing all that yelling. I live in a... So let me go ahead and get you together real quick, brother, man. I didn't know nothing about Jason being up there, none of that shit. When I called Jason, it was just off of what had been said on your live. Somebody called me and said, hey, this nigga just said that the nigga Chevy boy Jay been up there. When I was on the way to go to Jason, I wasn't going to Jason to ask him about nothing. I was going over there to get some motherfucking straightening. I called his family and I asked them, hey, what's going on? Nobody said to me, hey, there's an issue with Jason because of XYZ or this is what's going on. So then I called Jason's phone. Hey, Jason, the nigga on the internet just said you was up there when that shit happened to Tyrone and you know more than what you telling the nigga. Ain't no way you been around me.
He know a whole lot.
I'm gonna finish real quick. I did not have an idea about any of that. I was going off of your live. He asked me to go live so he could clear his name. He didn't tell me none of the shit that was going on. So when I'm reading the comments versus what me and him
are talking about. Of course he didn't. There you go. There you go, Jamal. You're saying the easy part out loud. He didn't tell me any of this stuff that was going on. Why wouldn't he? It's the question. Why? You got to think methodically about this. You got somebody that knows some information that wants to sweep it under the rug. There's a way to get it out of him if you pay attention. Why would he not tell you that? If it has no significant value, why would he not tell you he was at the hospital and that the mother or he decided to not communicate with anyone else as to what was going on? Why is the question. If you're going to have a live stream and you want to get down to the facts, ask the 5 W's of who, what, when, where, why, and then how. Why would you not want to disclose that? If you are saying that you have no involvement, you're not a co-conspirator, you had no hand in my best friend being unalived, why would you not tell us that you were at the hospital? Why would you keep that to yourself? Why are you treating this like some great secret? It's concerning even the more that you're going out of your way to cover it up. Something so simple as I went to the hospital and the mother picked me up somehow is being kept on the wraps. You know, if you're going to sit here and act like you talked to this girlfriend, ask her to return the damn money she stole. Why not get her to do the right thing here? It wasn't her money. Why would you not say that you were at the hospital? You didn't know any of this stuff? This is why you got to ask questions before you put people on your platform. It's called vetting. And you got content creators got to do better at this. Vet. You want someone to come up on your platform and speak? Make them turn on their camera and introduce themselves to you at the very least backstage. Now, a couple content creators that said flat out, anyone that's claiming to be a friend or family member to Tyrone Jr. or any of his relatives, you will have to cut your camera on and you need to introduce yourself, or else you're not coming to speak on my platform. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Because otherwise, you don't know who you're talking to. Now, even if you give the option to say, hey, listen, you got to introduce yourself to me backstage. Before I let you up, you got to cut your camera on and introduce yourself. You need to talk. That way we can put a face and a name and a voice to you and who you are. Anyone can do this nameless thing. I have a whole second channel if you want to see my face. It's not hard. I do on-camera interviews all the time. So, the content creators out here, you guys, let's say you decide you want to give the option, you can cut your camera back off, but when you come backstage, when you click that link and come backstage, you got to cut your camera on. And you need to introduce yourself to me. I'll give you the option to cut it back off again, but you got to cut it on. I need to know who you are. I need to verify you're a real person because I don't have time for that. You're not going to be disingenuous to my damn platform, not to my supporters. Kick rocks. Because that can make or break whether or not you do have some semblance of integrity here. So there are a couple content creators that's like, nope, I'm not playing that at all. You got to keep your camera on when you come on my platform. To which I would say the same thing, personally. I'm not going to have all these random people coming up talking about they're the brother, they're the cousin, they're the aunt, they're the this, they're the that. No, turn your camera on. Or else don't click the link to come to my platform. You're not finna sully my platform like that. And be disingenuous to viewers who are genuinely concerned about what's happening here. And seeing all these twists and turns and all this unnecessary BS being put out there. It's not properly being questioned and vetted. Are you kidding? No. Get your ass on camera. And let's keep moving. Next time you bring somebody to your platform, ask them questions before you get on the platform. Or be prepared to ask them on the spot. And if they don't want to answer, it's their choice to get off. But then you know how to handle them moving forward. People who have nothing to hide are not going to sit here and dodge and duck and deflect from it either. Basic questions like, why didn't you contact the father's side of the family? That's nothing that Jason should be stammering over, and yet he is. I couldn't understand half of what that boy was saying.
And I know all this was going on. I never went live and had nobody on my live to talk about nothing because that ain't my place to interfere with what they got going on. So all the bullshit, am I tired of the fucking content creators? Hell yeah. Do I know you or know what's going on? Hell no. Do I got a problem with you? No. If your goal is to get whoever fuck with Joe locked up, I'm on that. But I'm not going to be on the smear campaigns because I don't know. And the bitch really get
right here, bro. Listen, bro. Like you say, bro. Yo, let me tell you something, bro. When I say I troll a nigga, bro, I don't troll a nigga for lies, bro. I troll a nigga for transparency. If I state a nigga name on Facebook, bro, and I stamp you at a location, bitch, you could take that shit to the bank. You would there. I have seen enough evidence to confirm that you lying. If I don't say nothing about that nigga being in the hospital, bro, nobody would know that Jason was there, present. Nobody, he would never say it.
Yeah.
He would never say it. He
was
communicating with Lulu. No, nothing, bro.
He said nothing.
If I nigga got my shit, I would told that pussy nigga to his face, he a liar. That fuck nigga is lying. That fuck nigga envy Joe. I don't give a fuck how long he was lying. That fuck nigga lying, and I placed that nigga there because it's fights. It was an assumption, it was a theory, it was a insinuation, it was fights. That's why that fuck nigga lie. He could lie and say
and he confirmed it.
I don't know that nigga from a kid to pay.
And that one basic fact gives so much credibility to Polo. Because Jason came on and confirmed that he was there. Why would he not tell anyone else? They're not even asking themselves that question, let alone him. They're getting mad at Polo for putting it out there. Why? Ask Jason why he kept it a secret. Why is that a secret? Hospitals have surveillance camera footages. They have cameras up in hospitals. What would I see if I was looking at this camera footage? What would I see? Would I see you walking in with the mother? Or would I see you walking in with the girlfriend? That lie is only going to get you but so far when the camera has, when the hospital has cameras. So why lie? The fact that he kept that to himself and didn't say anything is an indication that he's willing to lie about a lot more. Why are they giving him Jason this credibility? Why are they giving Jason the benefit of the doubt? Why aren't they verifying who he showed up there with at the hospital? Just call up there and ask general questions. If I send you a photo of this individual, can you tell me if this man walked in with the mother or with the girlfriend? Neither of these people are patients, by the way. You just need to confirm if he came in alone or if he came in with someone. That's simple. Either they remember or they don't. He going out of his way to sit here and keep this secretive. It's so crazy. Polo is the only one that's making logical common sense here.
With them. I ain't never seen a nigga day in my life. I threw a text shot, just throw that shot up because I
I
was
don't
ready
know too much about what happened. I have been informed that he did go out there with the mama and all that. I ain't really even too much getting into it because I don't know the ins and outs of what's going on with their family. So I don't really want to speak on him. I'm just saying on my part, on my behalf, I done scratched myself in the face, y'all. I ain't got no shit going on.
But you should be weird. At the end of the day, I just want to speak on my behalf.
Like I said, I ain't no disrespect to anybody. Jason, I called Jason to get some straightening on what was being said on the internet. Like, tell me what's going on. Why they mentioned your name? The man said that he.
Bro, you seen in that nigga face, dog. That shit beat out Jojo, dog.
I'm finna show you something. Hold on, wait. I'm finna show you something. I'm on two phones, right? I want to put up my camera real quick so you can see what's going on this phone. I can't even see you, fam. So the whole time me and him on video chat. Wait, let me switch this camera around. You see how my phone looks, fam? The whole time I'm on video chat, you looking at my other phone right now. The whole time I'm on video chat, I don't see y'all. I can't click on nothing. It don't give me no options but the options down here. And when I click to join your live, that bit won't let me join. It'll let me click, but it won't bring me up. I don't know what's going on with my shit. So I'm keeping the feed the whole time I was on the phone with Jason. I ain't see that man face not one time.
Bro, everybody seen the nigga face, bro. Everybody seen that nigga face, bro. That nigga lying, bro. Listen, bro.
Don't give me no options but the options down here. And when I click to join your live, that bit won't let me join. It'll let me click, but it won't bring me up. I don't know what's going on with my shit. So I'm keeping the feed the whole time I was on the phone with Jason. I ain't see that man face not one time.
Bro, everybody seen the nigga face, bro. Everybody seen that nigga face, bro. That nigga lying, bro. Listen, bro. On some G shit, bro. I mean, for niggas to be his dog, he'd have everybody.
Wait, stop 1 second. Jasmine Smith Blake, boy, you know something too. If I knew something, I either be in the county or I have the goddamn police at a bitch though by my friend. That's the only thing a bitch can't never tell me, oh, you snitched. Bitch, I can't get you and I ain't finna risk my family to get you. I'm 35 years old, I ain't leaving my little girls. Nigga.
Bro, this is what I'm about to tell you, bro. This is what I'm saying.
Oh my God, that's not the point.
That nigga tried to say
why
he
would
was
he
down
keep
south,
something like
that
that
nigga tried to say he was
secret?
down south. Do you know the girl got on my live, bro, and told it, bro, and says he called her. I asked her what it look like down south, and can she see him pictures? He wanted the girl to see him pictures so he could make it seem like he was down south, bro. That nigga lying, bro. That nigga lying, bro. The girl got on my live and told it, bro.
Only thing, when I called the man, asked him what was going on, the man, he said he went up there with his mama. He don't know nothing else. And at the end of the day, I swear to God, brother, I'm so stressed out with this, like I said, I lost my real friend. So for me, it's like, bitch, I lost 3 niggas and one who I love, like my brothers. So I ain't really too much trying to put my brain in the spot.
You should be a lot more concerned than you are right now. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. No. You should be a lot more concerned.
That shit missing. That shit finished in real life. You talking about nigga pinch your people. It's $250,000 missing. You talking about pinch your people, dog. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't know the amount of the money and I don't want to, I ain't putting my face on the
Oh God, the money can speak to motive and intent. Either you want to know what's really going on or you don't. It speaks to motive and intent. I mean, it's like what bubble are they living in? It's like Florida is its own country down there. You can't make this up. You see, not aware that spouses kill other spouses all the time. They can have kids and a whole life together for 30 years, and you get a spouse to take out another spouse for an insurance policy. Does that lessen the pain? Because you don't want to know what the actual motive and intent would be for the girlfriend to do what she did? So you're okay with the idea that, okay, well, because you were the last person with him, you had something to do with this. But you don't want to know what her motive or intent would be. Are you serious? How do you separate the two? You can't make this stuff up. What does justice look like to them? You out for blood of what? Based on what? If you're going to look at this concretely, you got to look at the motive and intent. That's what that's what Polo is trying to explain here. You got $250,000 missing. You got this Jason character that has been alleged to have been at the cabin, that was there at the hospital with the girlfriend, not with the mother, that's giving conflicting stories, that couldn't even remember what day he went to the hospital, and then took a photo that could have given him the date and time stamp of Tyrone Jr. in the hospital on life support. Are you kidding me? And you don't want to know what the motive could be? Why are we here? Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Even at the end of that, if Jason had something to do with it, if 100 niggas had something to do with it, it all still back to Lulu. So until she tells something, or until she give us some kind of clarity.
No, that's not how this works.
Inside a 6-page letter.
Oh, yeah.
Then push nigga come along. Then after he get put on blast, then push nigga go confirm what the fuck she said in her letter. She already said what she said in her statement, and people thought it was bullshit. And so I put Jason on the scene, and he confirmed that pretty much what she said in her letter is
What she said in the letter?
She said she was at the hospital. She said she was there.
I didn't watch none of them.
She said that she was there with his close friend. She had already put it out there that she was there with the nigga, bro. She said this, bro. When I put her brother in the mix, she cleared out, said her brother was there, but his close friend was. But guess what? His close friend went in the hospital. He went in the hospital. You know why? Because the part of the David family was in the hospital. So where the fuck he was in the hospital? That shit Pete, dog. That shit Pete, dog.
I'm gonna say like this, justice for drugs, brother. Whatever happened, whatever come out, a bitch gonna feel it.
What do you mean justice, fam? What does justice look like to these people?
One way or another. I don't know no other way to say
They
it.
don't want to know nothing, but they want justice. That's what Polo's so frustrated. You can tell he's frustrated. What does justice look like to you? No, you can't be this naive. What does justice look like? I only want to know this information right here. Nothing else, though. All the other stuff ain't got nothing to do with all that. I don't want to know about it. I don't care about all that. Why are you here? What kind of concern do you really have if you don't want to know the full truth? What are you waiting on to give you an indication of here's what the truth is? Justice could imply that you just want the full story to come out. Maybe no one goes to jail and you still get a clear picture of what occurred. Perhaps that's justice. But see, they can't answer that because none of them are telling us what justice actually looks like. What do you deem to be justice then? If you don't want to know anything, you don't care about anything because whom he's referring to, I don't want to put it in my mind that his best friend, that's my friend as well, could have possibly been involved. What are you talking about? But yet, you can do this with the girlfriend. This is the weird nonsense that's giving the girlfriend Kiara more. It's like she's having a defense built without her even trying because of the hypocrisy of it all. It's hypocritical to say she was the last one with him. She did some. She knows some. She ain't saying. And then when you find out your homeboy was at the hospital, called no one, said nothing, and couldn't even remember the day when you talked to him. And he intentionally was told or directed not to tell anyone else. He got picked up by the mother. You didn't. Now all of a sudden, I don't know nothing about all that. We're telling you, but he's telling you what's going on. He's telling you what you need to know to make a better judgment call here. This is so ridiculous.
I don't know. I get mad every time I start talking about this shit because I really don't know what happened to my dog. So I ain't gonna allow
He's
myself.
trying to tell you. He might be trying to tell you. He might be trying to tell you. Okay.
I feel and it go crazy.
But you know the sad part about this shit is, though, Rob, that when it came to Lulu, dog, everybody was there to bash that girl, and she the only person that had something to do with it. When it came to Lulu, everybody was wait to snatch her down. When it came to Lulu, everybody was there to attack her. But when another nigga name get brought up, it's, oh, I don't know if it's true, and I don't know if this and that.
No,
and this and that.
It's hypocrisy.
See, I don't want you to mistake that I give a fuck who it is. Whoever is guilty, gotta pay for that sin.
Okay, so don't sit here and get upset when it comes down to the friend.
I ain't finna flip out on the internet and do all that and try to figure shit out with people who right here in my city who I can pull up on and talk to and figure out what's going on. I'm not finna get into all that. It's not necessary. At the end of the day, my nigga left with Lulu. He left with Lulu. She won't be back on the team. So at the end of the day,
he could have left with her and
if another nigga was involved,
he could have left with her and Jason. I mean, there's a thought. Why is it so impossible for them to conceive that it could have been her and someone else?
it could have been his brother, anybody. Whoever was involved, it started with Lulu. So at the end of the day, I expect answers from Lulu. That's it.
Nope. It's not how that works. Let me tell you something. When it comes down to it, let's say he's charged as a co-conspirator. The jury is not going to just sit here and say, well, you know, he had something to do with it, but he was under the coercion of the girlfriend. No, what if he just wanted to have something to do with it? What if his intent and motive, because, you know, terms they need to get comfortable with. Intent. What if his intent was just as malicious as the girlfriend's? What if they equally showed malice or ill intent and malice? What if they both equally intentionally wanted to do this? What if money was his motivator as well? What if he came to her about the idea? What if Jason came to the girlfriend about the concept and the idea of doing something to him and taking that money out of his account? Why is that hard to conceive? You're giving too much benefit of the doubt to this Jason person because you know him. That's irrelevant. You can know someone for 50 years and they turn around and do something heinous. That doesn't mean that they should have the less of the consequences should not be placed on them. Because what if the motive and intent for Jason was equal to the girlfriend? Maybe she didn't force him to do it. What if he forced her to do it? That's how you have to see this situation here. That's called being neutral and impartial. If you don't care who was involved, you just want justice to be served. You cannot say it still comes back to her. No. Because if he was there the whole time, waiting behind the scenes, from the fight on to the moment Tyrone Jr. was left out under the highway, if Jason was there the whole time, then what? You gonna sit here and say, oh no, it's not possible. Yes, it's very possible. It's like, have they not seen any other cases? They need to watch court hearings and interrogations where stuff like this happens often. Where it ends up being the best friend. Hell, even a sibling or the parent. You can't make this stuff up. Don't be narrow-minded when it comes to Jason, but when it comes to the girlfriend, though, oh no, she owes me an explanation. No, they both do. Or else we get nowhere. This is ridiculous.
I don't give a fuck about nothing else. I need this bitch to come forward, and not me. You don't owe me. She don't owe me shit. You feel me? But to his family, his children, his daughter, his son, who got to grow up without a father.
So does Jason.
She need to sit down and get him an honest answer on what happened to him. If it was an accident, tell these people it was an accident. It being an accident don't exclude you from being in trouble.
Same could be said about Jason.
Any nigga and all that other shit is gonna tell itself. And when the story come out, whoever had something to do with it, if it was just her or if it was 3-4 niggas, everybody gonna pay the piper. Everybody. Not one person is getting spelled because I feel like Dro was my friend. Everybody else to me could be just associates. And the niggas who I feel like truly my brothers who want me to live my life down for, niggas who I done ate with and slept on the floor with and did all kind of shit. We still, man, I don't know no other way to tell you. I'm not tripping on none of that. I just want Lulu to do the right thing and talk to the people and tell them people the truth of what happened to my friend. Because the story she giving ain't adding up.
Oh, what if Jason needs to do the same
It's
thing?
2 minute stories. Because if that's the case, then a lot of bitches need to get dropped. Every bitch who was hating had a bad thing to say.
But Jason, they say Jason said Lulu never get clothes at the cabin from the hospital.
Yeah, he did say that. Jason did say when he got there, the man said he feel like he got tricked by one side of the family. The man say he don't know how they knew he had Dro truck. Goddamn, they called him and told him that Dro was hurt. They needed a ride to go up there. They picked him up. This is what he said. He said.
So he's trying to say the family tricked him, and that's how he get caught up in the middle.
That's what he said. That's his word. Out of his mouth. That ain't nothing. He said
the family tricked him, and now he caught up in the middle because the family set him up basically.
Yeah.
In so many words, he said the family set him up.
Yeah, to be in the middle of this shit, for everybody to be mad at him. And goddamn, at the end of the day,
But it's the family that set him up.
Start with Lulu. The man say Lulu didn't talk to him while he was up there at the hospital. He said she ain't talked to nobody but Dro mama.
He's not thinking about how absurd this is at all. That's so absurd. It's the family's fault. They set me up. When did we care about how Jason feel? When did that start happening? Why do we care about how Jason feels? The family set me up. You understand? This is a grown man, and that's his excuse. Every detective investigator would be laughing at this BS right now. And you're believing it like it's the gospel. Jesus. Is this a joke? Boy, you can't make this stuff up. He is saying that Jason is blaming the family and saying that it's their fault they set him up. What? Oh my God, you can't. This is priceless. Oh my God. This is the dumbest thing ever. No one is telling these people the truth. Closed-mindedness gets you nowhere. It's not going to get you anywhere, and I don't know what type of justice they're pursuing at this point. I don't think they want justice. I don't think they want justice. I think they just want the girlfriend to be guilty. That's part of it. But I don't think they fully want justice because they don't want what comes along with that. You want the girlfriend to explain herself, but what if she actually ends up testifying that Jason put her up to it? Then what? Then what? What if Jason was the one that delivered the blow to the back of the head? What are we talking about? Like, why is he saying that it's so implausible? You can't.
Get close to the cabin from the hospital.
Yes, he did say that. Jason did say when he got there, the man said he feel like he got
Who
tricked by
child?
West
He got, oh,
The man
Lord
said
have mercy.
he don't know how they knew he had Joe truck. Goddamn, they called him and told him that Joe was hurt. They needed a ride to go up there. They picked him up. This is what he said. He said.
So he's trying to say the family treat him, and that's how he get caught up in the middle.
That's what he said. That's his word.
Oh my God. I don't care. I wouldn't care about that.
And now he caught up in the middle because the family set him up, basically.
Yeah.
In so many words, he said the family set him up.
Yeah, to be in the middle of this shit, for everybody to be mad
Can't
at him.
take this for real.
And goddamn, at the end of the day, like I said, it all began to start with Lulu. The man say Lulu didn't talk to him while he was out there in the hospital.
God.
He said she talked to nobody but Joe Mama.
Hey,
And goddamn, it's some shit that I believe in and some shit I don't believe.
Bro, you just said Lulu said you say
Why
Lulu
do you
said
believe
Lulu said
any
you a
of
picture
it?
of the night of accident.
And I concur. I was told the same thing. He said
Bro,
he didn't
so
say
how you ain't
Lulu.
really take with
He
Lulu?
said somebody.
You ain't talking to Lulu. Come on, bro.
These are questions that I haven't had a chance to ask yet, brother. So you asking me questions I ain't had a chance to even holler at this man and ask him, hey, how, you know X, Y, and Z, because all this shit just popped out because I prematurely put him on my live.
Oh my God. You shouldn't have done that.
Baby Richmond, you so gullible. I'm not gullible, baby. I got common sense.
No, you're not. No. Common sense would say to not sit and be biased with the information that's being shared to you. Common sense would say if this man went out of his way to hide the fact that he went to the hospital, the mother picked him up and not you, and he's saying that he has not talked to the girlfriend or communicated with the girlfriend, but yet he admitted to sending her text messages, which is a form of communication. Why would you think he would not lie about anything else? God. You're going to ask him, why did you take a picture of Tyrone Jr. on life support in the hospital room? You said she didn't talk to you at the hospital, but yet she told you, as well as anyone else that was standing there, she had to go back to the cabin to get the rest of their stuff. What stuff? They had already checked out. How does that line up with this 911 call and them leaving the cabin that night because of the disturbance? Checking into a hotel. What stuff at the cabin did she still have to pick up? Was it something just left behind outside? Where she could just go outside in the woods and grab it? You know, like a weapon or something? Some evidence? What stuff did she have to get after she had already checked out the day before? A whole nother family standing in that cabin. What did she have to pick up? I'm curious to know exactly what did she go back and get. Why is he not asking those questions? What were the items, the list of items you had to go back to the cabin to pick up? Was it inside the cabin or outside the cabin on the ground? Maybe it was at the cabin grounds outside and not necessarily inside the cabin. Is anyone going to talk to the people that checked in to see if she actually knocked on the door and say, hey, I left my hair blow dryer in here and you want, or my makeup kit and my phone charger. Are y'all able to give me that stuff? Why would the cabin owner say that she never returned? And yet, Jason believed that she went back to that cabin to get some items. Maybe the items weren't inside the cabin. Maybe it was just on the ground, on the property. You see how they're not asking questions that actually would get them some more justice at this. It's so ridiculous.
On a motherfucking screen. Don't even know what it feels like to have a bitch shooting at you or what a bitch can do out here and how easy it is for a motherfucker to die.
Well, why isn't Jason just as culpable?
You have no fucking idea what I'm capable of or what I would do to a motherfucker.
This is ridiculous.
I don't even know what the fuck I do. So, maybe you don't know me. You speaking.
Hey, listen, bro, what I'm saying here, bro.
They don't call me Mooney for no fucking reason.
Bro, what I'm saying is that the nigga say Lulu seen a picture of the incident, bro.
He did say he got a picture of Joe while Joe was in the hospital, but he did not tell me who sent him directly the picture. That's a question I want to ask Jason. Like, well, who sent you a picture of Joe in the hospital if y'all ain't made it up there yet? That shit I would want to know too, but I haven't had a chance to have that conversation with him.
Well, have a conversation.
I don't want to say that I know this for a fact. And I had a chance to pull up on the nigga, look him in his eyes, and ask him these questions. So that's where I stand with this. It ain't like I'm just picking sides, and I don't want to say that somebody's a bad guy or somebody a good guy. It's like, hey,
all I know sound like
until I get otherwise a confirmation, they calling me like, yeah, this man putting up evidence and he got pictures of this. Well, damn, I need to link up with that nigga. If that nigga got some evidence, I need to get that shit to Gainesville Police Department. A bitch need to go to jail. A bitch need to suffer the way people suffer. The bitch need to feel what a nigga feel right now. The only time people feel that is when a person dead or incarcerated. So if you got evidence, and you or anybody got some evidence that can prove, that can show me something that I can say to these people, like, hey, this nigga was having an affair with our homeboy old lady. My homeboy ended up dead. We tied him to the crime he was engaged with at the time. If I can't do that, then I'm just blowing smoke. I don't got time to blow smoke in the country. I couldn't even be around them people. You ask anybody.
But you're doing this with the girlfriend, though.
I ain't that. Not when it comes to Tyrone. I don't give a fuck. I just want
But you do it. You blowing smoke when it comes to the girlfriend. Like you're saying, unless it comes from the girlfriend, you're just blowing smoke. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about this, that, and the third, and whoop, 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 and all the stuff they keep saying. But you're not asking the same questions that should be asked to Jason, who has kept secrets from you that aren't even worthy of being kept as a secret. Why is it a secret that he was at the hospital? Like, why would he care about that being kept secret? What the hell? What am I hearing? It's ass backwards.
I don't put that nigga name out there tonight. That nigga.
Nobody would have never knew. I would have never put that together. I would have never thought about that. You're right about that part. I would have never asked him. I would have never. I done been around him. I was with him at the wake. I was with him after the wake. I done been around him.
Do you know that? Lulu got certain pictures of y'all that was sent from that funeral.
Honestly, I was told that Lulu got to go visit the body. I ain't
Lulu got to visit the body, but not the funeral.
Yes, I was told that too. I didn't even want to ask nobody about it because I don't feel like she had no reason to be there. But if somebody felt like they wanted to take her there for whatever reason, it ain't me to question God.
No. I say about a nigga seen a Lulu certain pictures from the funeral.
Yeah, I don't know that either. So who sent her the pictures? Like, it's a lot of shit that I don't know.
He did.
I don't care. I ain't politicking in that. It's like, who did all this? Why was it done? And what is going on?
He did.
But like I said, at the end of the day, my beef ain't with you. I gotta go. I gotta get it. When I miss like 5 calls.
I feel it, man.
Justice for Joe, though. Can I say that? Justice for Joe. However it coming, whoever has something to do with it, they come.
I wish they would stop saying that because they definitely don't mean it. Because he honestly does not want to accept the fact that Jason could possibly be involved. And the way he's moving and the things he's keeping secret and hidden it's so highly suspicious it's not even funny. It raises alarms and eyebrows. And you want to dismiss it and you want to, she needs to be the one to do it. What if she comes out and says, Jason forced me to do all of this? While you all want to sit here and give him the benefit of the doubt. Jason forced me to do this. What if she comes out and says that? Then what? You're giving her a gateway to do that. To deny any wrongdoing, intentional, and to be able to say that she was influenced and coerced by Jason to do this. Because what if she comes out and says that? Then you would accept that? Oh, that would be unacceptable for them. She'll just play on their hypocrisy. That's all they're giving her credence to do, is to play on the hypocrisy of it all. You can't make this up. It's so dumb. All that Jamal just said, it just lacked common sense. Polo is the only one being logical in this.
If you know you did something wrong, you played a part before or after. Because right now,
good Lord,
that what's happened with Joe, and they determined that it was a murder. Anybody who's helped or help in any kind of way with anybody who has something to do with that, I'm gonna pay for it. And people like me and his family, they gonna stand on it. They ain't gonna stop.
How is anybody gonna pay for this?
But I'm finna get up out of here. We'll get with each other on the next one.
Facts.
Y'all be saying you get any more information. Put me on, because don't have me out here looking stupid and questioning niggas. I'm only learning.
They're doing that right now. You don't want to accept it.
That you said this on live tonight. I wouldn't have never known about him going up there and what was said and all of that shit. I would have just been thinking like, damn, Lulu was up there. One side of the family got to go up there. Now I know that there was more parts to this and there was more shit going on.
Oh,
dear
Lord.
That people need to look into, not just me, Gainesville Police Department, and anybody else who watching this. But
I feel that respect.
Respect to it though. I gotta get out this live. I'm about to get my knocked out. I'm about to miss some money. Y'all be safe.
Facts.
You can't make this up. All right, so that was that. Because this is crazy. Yeah, shout out to the Messy Sweet Spot for posting up these videos, because everybody don't have Facebook. I know I don't. So I'm glad to see this posted up and made available. This was just so. Even the aunt, Natasha and Jamal, they're being completely oblivious to the possibility that Jason could have a whole lot more to do with this than he's putting on. And they're just kind of like, oh, well, whatever. Are you serious? God. I don't even know how else to put this. This is crazy. So, I don't want to be pushed back to square one with my reporting on this, But that's where they're going. Back to square one. It's like, all right, well, let's ignore anything, going on with anybody else outside of this. And just, force Lulu to tell us what's happening here. Because it's always Lulu. Yeah, but it might not be all Lulu. It could be Lulu and someone else. And you want her to come out and say something to help quell, your frustration, but yet all she's going to do is play on this hypocrisy. Look how hypocritical they're being. They're saying that I did something as if it was just me acting alone. I can imagine her saying this. And guess what? They can't get upset about it because they brought that out here on themselves. The idea that you can't even entertain the friend being about, nope, it's impossible. But, Lulu has to say something. She was the last one with him. But what if Jason was in the car as well? That's the point that Polo is making here. What if he was there in the car with them? What if he came to the gas station when they had the argument? And something happened. Like, what if he's aware of what occurred? Why would he not be required to do the same as the girlfriend? Are you kidding? Oh, all right. I'm done. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. This is part 2. Ooh, child. You can't make this stuff up. I apologize for all the little interruptions and stuff. It's like everybody wants to call and text. All this stuff happening when you're recording. I mean, it's Jesus Christ. You can't make this stuff up. I appreciate you guys. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.